It's another day of fiery hearings at the International Court of Justice, with a growing number of nations heaping pressure on the world's top court to review Israel's occupation of Palestinian territories. But the United States has struck a different tone. It has delivered its arguments, urging the court to exercise caution amid efforts to advance a lasting political solution. Now, the first session of today's hearings has just wrapped up in The Hague. Besides Washington, other speakers have concluded their speeches. They are Colombia, Cuba, Egypt and the UAE. The panel of 15 judges will hear from more countries later during the second session, including Russia and France. The UN General Assembly is seeking an advisory opinion on Israel's occupation of parts of the West Bank, Gaza and East Jerusalem. More than 50 states are expected to present their arguments through next Monday. Ishan Garg joins us from Brussels with more on this situation. Now, Ishan, the United States, as we heard, is urging the court to exercise caution in its final assessment. What's their key argument here?
Well, one of the biggest points the United States of America has made that the question of the entire Palestinian territory should not be considered by the court, and they have clarified in the court that this is something various other member nations of the ICJ have presented in the court. Many have called on the court to consider the option that the Palestinian people have a right to self-determination, and the overall condition of the Palestinian territory should be considered. But the United States has said that the specific questions about the legality of Israel's occupation of those Palestinian territories and the conditions of the people, that needs to be considered. And for that to be considered and for any viable and durable option to emerge from this hearing, they have said that the final option remains that a separate Palestinian state should be created, a two-state solution. The phrase that we have heard several times from many countries was spoken by the United States as well. They have said that the world needs a solution in which a independent Palestinian state can exist, but also a safe Israeli state can exist. United States representatives to the court said that the ICJ should not consider any options which would demand the Israel to withdraw immediately from the Palestinian territories, because that would potentially pose a security threat, and safety and defense of Israel is important not only for that country but for the peace and stability of the wider region. So we have seen the arguments that many experts have already predicted that US would come out in support of Israel, but US has also said that it is batting for peace in the wider region. It is also batting for upholding the United Nations Charter.
Russia is in the lineup of countries to speak at the next session. Any sense yet of what we can expect them to say?
Well, as many people would have expected, Russia will probably strike an entirely different tone from the United States. It's likely to support the Palestinian cause, and it's likely to criticize Israel for its quote-unquote occupation of the Palestinian territories. The arguments that Russia will make will probably be very much like the ones countries such as South Africa have made. What Colombia has said, that Israel is responsible for allegedly carrying out human rights violation. And some of the political analysts are saying that if Russia does make that kind of accusation at the ICJ, it may come off as a bit hypocritical given Russia's own aggressions against Ukraine in the past 2 years. But it's important to note here that analysts have pointed out that this is an opinion. The opinions that will come out of this advisory, this is an opportunity for countries to present their take on the Israel-Palestinian crisis, and therefore it will be very interesting to hear what different countries' take is on the whole question. And as you pointed out, the hearing will go on until next Monday, but a final opinion from ICJ may only come out in several months, and it will not be legally binding.
Okay, thank you so much for that, Ishan Garg, reporting live from Brussels.